Hey! Hello. Here I am, finally in America, finally arrived. I'm here at the Morley's house, and it's a pretty nice day today in Michigan. It is 1st of April, so happy April Fool's Day to everyone. Um, it was a pretty rough flight over, I have to admit, leaving last Friday and not getting here until a while later. Um, a few things went wrong, and I ended up getting sick on my flight, on my first flight from Melbourne. I was out at the airport pretty early, but I was pretty sick on the airplane on my way to New Zealand because there was a connecting flight to New Zealand. So we flew through New Zealand, and I was overtired, I admit, but I'd also been feeling a little bit sick for a few days. So what happened was that I felt really, really nauseous on the plane, and in the end, they had to put me on oxygen on the plane because I was just that sick. So 3 hours to Auckland, we landed, and really, really nice people. The staff at Auckland Airport were amazing to me. They asked me if I wanted to stay overnight or keep going. They suggested that I stayed overnight and see how I felt because they told me it's a fair few $1,000s to stop a plane mid-flight for me if I was too sick to continue. So, with the help of mum and dad, I decided to stay overnight in Auckland, but I didn't feel very well at all. So I got to the hotel in the afternoon, and I was just feeling shocking. I tried to speak I tried to sleep, and that didn't work. And I had to end up calling my friend, my very, very good friend, Sarah Tia, who came and saved me, who happens to live in Auckland. She's the only person I know over there, and she's only there because of studying, so it was a massive, massive good coincidence that she was actually there. And so she came to the hotel room, gave up her assignment, her university assignment for me, which was due the next day, and she came and took me to the doctor and just looked after me so well, and she spent a fair few good hours with me and really looked after me well, and I think that made a really big difference. So I'm very, very, very grateful towards her. So the doctor finally diagnosed me with anxiety attacks and nausea. So she prescribed. Her name was also Amelia, but she prescribed some anti-nausea and anti-anxiety pills for me, which made me really, really drowsy. But then they allowed me to eat and sleep, and then the next day, eventually, I was able to continue on, which the New Zealand airline staff had arranged all my flights for me at no extra cost. So that was really, really great. And they turned out to be better than my original flights because originally I was meant to fly from Melbourne to New Zealand, New Zealand to LA, LA to Dallas, and then Dallas to Michigan. But there was a really, really long layover in Dallas and in LA. So, but this time, my flight turned out to be was from New Zealand to LA, and then from LA I only was there for about 2 to 3 hours, which was enough time to get me through customs. The LA staff, Qantas had arranged for assistance for me once I got there, and the LA staff were really, really good. They got me through customs really quickly, and someone helped me with my baggage and got me to the right terminal and everything. So that was really, really good. And so I was only there for a very short period of time, and then I was off to Chicago, and I was feeling pretty bad on that flight as well, but I slept for most of that, so that was good. It was about a 3 hour flight, and then I finally, in Chicago, I was only there for an hour, and they helped me as well. They had someone on the ground, on the floor staff. They actually wheeled me through the airport in a wheelchair with my carry-on luggage on my lap, so that was kind of cool. It does get you to places faster when you ask for assistance, so I am going to take note of that and maybe take advantage of that in the future. But and I eventually got to Michigan, and I arrived at 6:30 p.m. So that was really good because my original flight was 11 p.m. The day before. So not only was it earlier, but it was really good to arrive and then see everyone. Rick and Erica picked me up, and we just yeah, I came back to the house and I was feeling pretty crummy still, so feeling a bit weak. But get this, the same day I arrived, this girl Tatiana, who was an exchange student with me 5 years ago, she and I arrived on the same Chicago flight 5 years ago on the same day, and we arrived on the same day within 10 minutes of each other this time around as well. So she was coming back to visit all her host family and her friends and stuff with her sister, and I was just here because I was here to visit and work over here with the Morleys. So yeah, that was a pretty cool coincidence to see her again. She's a really cool girl, but it's pretty cool over here. I'm having a pretty good time. I'm starting to feel a lot better. Arranging stuff. At the moment, I'm in the process of organising my insurance claim, so you can see on my receipts for my stay over in New Zealand. So I'm starting to organise all that again, but I'm starting to get excited because I've been speaking to some of my friends and I'm looking forward to seeing them over here. And yes, and I also do have a car. Rick arranged the car and a job for me, so that's all set to go. Very exciting. So that's my update for today, and I look forward to making a few more, and I hope you guys enjoyed it all, and I hope to speak to you all soon. Bye!